There's no time to waste, no time to waste, no time to waste, no. There's no time to waste, no time to waste, no time to waste, so you better do the damn thing right. You only got one life. You better do the damn thing right.
Welcome back to the ShoeBenderPod Podcast, guys. I'm so glad to have you guys back. Whoo! Man, we had some intense games yesterday. Well, at least one of them was extremely intense. Bad reffing, though. I mean, come on, man. Your refs got to get a lot better when it comes to these playoff games, man, because the inconsistency is getting way too crazy. Like, it really is. You're really confusing fans. Not only confusing fans, you're confusing your colleagues. You're having them, even putting them in a tough spot. Just a wild officiating that's been going on in these playoffs. But before we keep going, guys, if I could get you guys to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. It's always appreciated anyways that you take time out of your day. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys. But thank you. And back into the NBA playoffs. The first game that kicked off last night was the Nets and the 76ers, which was, it was a really good game. It was going back and forth, especially, late in the third quarter. The teams were trading quite a bit of buckets, man, especially after the Nets, came back and actually took the lead. The game already started off, with some fireworks when Embiid tried kicking Claxton, because, granted, Claxton did try to walk over the guy, man. I don't care what anybody says. As a man, you don't let no man walk over you like that, bro. I mean, some men are cool with it. They cool with it. Hey, that's fine. You a better man than I am. I know for a fact some dude try to walk over me. I don't know if I'm trying to do what Embiid tried to do. I'm definitely trying to do some jujitsu shit, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, where that ankle going, bro? Hold on. Where you going? You know what I'm saying? That's your boy, though. But yeah, Embiid tried, kicking, he tried kicking homeboy, and we know where homeboy was trying to aim, but he was just so bad. Obviously, homie didn't play soccer in his life because, accuracy's wild, bro. But he kicked up, and thankfully for Embiid, he slid off the outside of Claxton's leg, not on the inside. Because if it went on the wind, it would have went on the inside. Boys, right in the Kanikis, boys, like for real. It would have been a different sound in that arena, dog. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And thankfully for Embiid and Claxton, his leg slipped to the outside of it. And I like the fact that they, I didn't like it was a flagrant 2 on Embiid, just because it didn't go on the inside, it went on the outside. But, from previous, Embiid has some history. That's why I don't get why he didn't get held against him like it got held against Draymond. Embiid's known for doing some petty shit like that at the bottom of piles or when he gets pulled down. And what's up with this dude always falling down? No manches, bro. Like, what? Like, you're not a guard, bro. You're not a guard. Quit trying to get these fouls like you're a guard. You're not a guard. You're not Steph Curry, who literally falls backwards and falls to the ground to get calls, bro. That's not you. That's not you. You're too big, right? The refs are going to look at you like, what's your big ass doing, bro? Like, get down there and freaking post some dudes up, man. Like, I don't get it. I don't get what's up with Embiid and, this whole fading away and falling to the ground or driving and falling to the ground. Like, it's like, that is not good. That's a lot of weight coming down on the ground, bro. Obviously, you're not known for being the most available since the beginning of your career, and then you're over here throwing yourself around into the ground, falling straight on your back just to get a call. Like, it's wild to me, bro. Ismail is very, very wild to me, man. But that kicked off the game right there. That kicked off the game. That sent all the juices and the intensity in the playoff, everything, atmosphere. That sent it even to the next level for the rest of the game. But obviously, the refs were on edge already from that, because of that. I feel like they should have both just got technicals. They team both up, quit your guys' crap, right? Because Claxton was going in and beat the whole game, bro. The whole game. He was talking that shit. Like, he wasn't scared of Embiid. He was letting him know, like, yeah, like, I'm here. And in the third quarter, especially towards the end of the third quarter. You had James Harden, who's, an ISO position, triple threat position. And, everybody knows James Harden game, bro. He's just like any other guard in the NBA that likes to do that push-off move, which I think is crazy that how they keep on letting these offensive players get away with the push-off move. Everybody does in the NBA, literally everybody. Full extension too. Get off me. And then they shoot a wide open shot. Crowd goes crazy. It's like, well, yeah, he literally just pushed the guy who already had momentum going backwards, more backwards. That's normal science. But yeah, so you had James Harden, triple threat position. He gave the little homie, he gave him a little, and literally exactly what I just did. Obviously, he gave a little bit more, but it wasn't crazy, bro. It wasn't what Embiid did. I feel like what Embiid did was a lot worse, because of his intent. Like Harden's intent wasn't to hit homie in the kanikis. You know what I'm saying? Homie acted like he got hit there, but he didn't even get hit there. He was right here on the hit, bro. You know what I'm saying? But so, he gets hit there. Refs, real quick with it. And then Harden gets ejected. He got ejected for what he did, but Embiid, who literally tried kicking up in the air, tried kicking homeboy, literally, like you could see the intent, regardless if it was to hit him in the kanikis or not. His intent was to try to kick this dude, like wherever it landed, right? And then you got Harden over here, literally just kind of giving literally a Harden push off. Like it's nothing normal that we haven't seen from Harden. And he gets ejected for it. Like that is crazy. Like that's controlling the game way too much, bro. And not even controlling it, but controlling it like the worst way. Like, come on, man. Like the game wasn't getting that out of control for you to be making calls like that, first of all. The game was in very, very, like, it was chill. It was just two teams playing extremely hard. But it wasn't anything that, the fans were even like, none of that was going on, man. So it was pretty crazy that they ejected James Harden for that. And then after that, in the fourth quarter, you had Claxton get ejected because he taunted Embiid after he yeeted on him, literally yeeted on him, and won, I believe, too. And actually, no, it wasn't in that one, but he did yeet on him, taunted him, gave him another T. And because of that T, for those of you who don't know, if you get two technicals in one game, you get ejected. And that's exactly what happened with Clarkson. He got two T's, got ejected, man. That's just the rules. Me personally, like it's plays like that, bro, where it's just really, really hard to, as a fan, watch this, because this is why we wait for the playoffs. The intensity, the passion, bro, the I want to dominate you type energy, this is what it is. You're going against the best of the best, and everybody's watching. It's literally gladiators in an arena. What do you expect to happen, man? Everybody be smiling and high-fiving each other, and hey, good layup, hey, great three-point shot. Come on, man. Come on. This is literally what literally nobody watches the regular season anymore, bro, unless you're a real diehard fan. So if you're not a real diehard fan, you're literally just waiting for the postseason. And then, you have friends that are hyping up the postseason. Oh, they play a lot harder. Oh, they won't make these calls in the regular season. And then you have your friend watching, and he's like, dude, I thought you said, it's like, it's just all around, the reffing really needs to chill out, and you really need to let these guys play. Obviously, don't let them get too crazy. No clotheslining, no submarining, anything like that. Let's not get crazy. But it's just crazy, because you're controlling too much of the game when you do that. Like as soon as Harden went out, Clarkson obviously was, like I said, was having a great game against Embiid, and as soon as he went out, Embiid took over, and the Sixers were able to gain the lead back from the Nets, which it looked like the Nets were actually going to steal this game at home. And then they just collapsed at the end, especially in that inbound pass. I mean, you hate to see it, but you could tell that communication was just off. And that's what separates the teams that have been, that have chemistry, and the ones that don't. Because the two guys that play happened to, obviously, one of them was New and Bridges, and the other one's O'Neal, who has been with the Nets. You don't ever want to blame it on experience, though, because it just was a bad pass. Mikal was making a move to go a different way. You know, Neil thought he was going to go this way, didn't go that way, went the other way. Turnover, and the Sixers for sure sealed the game because Maxey made a clutch three to give the 76ers the lead. And, you know, obviously the Nets call a timeout. They're about to inbound the ball, you know, to try to get some points up on the board. And then that happened. The steal happened. Go for a layup, go up by 5. Game's pretty much sealed because when they did score, I think there was only like 2 seconds left for the Nets. So the 76ers were able to steal game 3. And now they're up 3-0, which they're probably going to close it out the next game. If they don't, for sure, it'll be closed out in Philly. Like they say, no team has ever came back from 3-0. There has a team that came back from 3-1 now. You know what I'm saying? You know, so now they take the lead, and they're probably going to close this series. What I did say that this was probably going to be a sweep. Just because, the talent, you see the talent on the teams, and you could definitely see that. And you don't even want to say talent. It's just, so the 76ers have the better team, better coach, better everything. And it's showing right now. And, you know, this is a huge confidence boost for the 76ers too, seeing, you know, you could lose your best player, have one player kind of being like in foul trouble, not playing as good because Embiid didn't ball out too crazy, and still win. Especially having your role players show up, like when Maxey, he showed up clutch at the end of the game. It was all over the place. That game was followed by the Warriors and the Suns. The Warriors and the Kings, and the Suns and the Clippers. There was a 30-minute time difference on those 2 games. The Suns and the Clippers were on NBA TV, so I didn't get to watch that game. I was watching the TNT game with the Warriors and the Kings. And, you know, the Warriors, they did what I said they were going to do, and that's win at home. They obviously were inspired. They came out right out the gate, punched the Kings in the mouth. They literally just outworked them this last game. Literally outworked them, out-hustled them, and they were making their shots. Steph erupted for 33. You had Wiggins in the 20s. I believe Jordan Poole was close there as well. You had Clay knocking down some shots. You had Looney freaking get 20 boards. That's wild. Sabonis had like 15 or like 16 as well, but 20 boards, like that's all a hustle, bro. That's all. That's someone accepting their assignment and being like, hey, this is what my team needs from me. This is what I got to go do. And that's what he did. And it showed. DiVincenzo, which it didn't show in the stats, like in the stat sheet, but bro, if it wasn't for that guy, he was all over he was doing what Draymond would usually do, just causing a mess everywhere, all over the court, offensively, defensively, like it didn't matter. DiVincenzo definitely impacted that game yesterday big time. There was even a time where he did this move, just nasty, and got the teardrop to go in over Lynn before the quarter ended. And even Steph told him, like, hey, that was my move, you know, like you took my shit, you know. And he had a really good game. Like I said, Steph balled out, got the 33. And they remind you, this was without Draymond. But also too, the Kings went away from what got them wins in the first 2 games. And that's rebounding, which you should out-rebound them. They don't got Draymond. They only have Looney. And you weren't able to out-rebound them. So you had that. And then you also had the fact that, like, they weren't attacking the paint, bro. They went from attacking, like, you know, in the first 2 games, they were attacking Monk, De'Aaron Fox. Like, each one, it's like they were taking turns attacking the paint, but they were attacking the paint. And in this last game, they went away from that. They tried training 3 for 3 with Golden State, which you don't do. You don't do that, bro. That's their game, literally. That's what they're known for, is shooting the 3 ball. You can't get in a shootout with the Warriors. You really can't. You're gonna lose pretty much every time. I've seen this team too many times to be able to be like, yeah, go ahead and get in a shootout with them. I don't care how good of a 3-point shooting team you got. You ain't got it like they do. You really don't. You really got to hope that they miss. And there was times in this game, especially in the first half, where the Warriors weren't making it. Actually, neither teams were making their threes. Literally, the Kings were like 0 for like 10 at one point. The Warriors, they were like 2 for like 12 or something like that. Like, they were shooting some horrible 3-point shooting in that first quarter. But you can't get into that. You can't get into that shootout with the Warriors. You just really can't, because what happened yesterday is what happens. They're gonna out rebound you because you're gonna be focused on trying to just get the ball and everybody shoot down the court, and that's not gonna happen because you're gonna have Golden State at least have 3 guys in that paint trying to get that ball with just 2 shooters in the perimeter to just kick it out to them or tap it out to them. Dude, I see this team all the time. Like, I've seen them so many times. Like, I know their games, man. And like I said, one of their games is that you do not get in the shootout with them. You don't do that. And that's what the Kings tried to do last night, and we seen what happened. They straight up got dominated. Like, yeah, they made their run. They tried, they almost came back and stuff like that. But you can't get in the shootout with this team. You can't. And you obviously have to rebound, man, because they're gonna rebound. So you gotta out rebound them. So now that series is 2-1. With the next game being in the Chase Center again. But now they have Draymond, so if they win this game, they could tie it and give them all the juice that they need. But I don't know. I still don't think. I mean, the Warriors at the end of the day have to. If this series goes to Game 7, like I said, they have to go win on the road in Sacramento. And we already know what kind of road team they are. So if you're the Kings, if anything, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get them to the point where you could close the game out at your house. Because if they win tomorrow, I would not be surprised if they close this game out on Saturday. I mean, that is tomorrow. My bad. I'll contradict myself right now. But you guys get what I'm saying. And the next game, we had the KD and the Clippers going at it. The Suns. I don't know why the heck I said KD acting like his team. He just barely showed up. How can it be his team? But you had the Suns and the Clippers going on like 30 minutes after that game started. Kawhi did not play. I did say that, they were going to lose because of that. They lost because of that. I mean, obviously the game was still competitive. I mean, I was watching the scorekeeping at the, in the corner of the screen, and it was showing, what's his name? The Clippers were keeping it. It's still interesting, man. I mean, I think Norman Powell dropped 40. I forgot who else dropped 40 for the Suns. I think it might have been KD. But I did see somewhere here. Hold on, let me look this up real quick. Just so we know for sure, guys, right? Might as well check. We got the internet right here, guys. Why not check, right, guys? So we had, was it Booker? Right, let me see. Let me get the glasses on real quick just to see. No manches. So yeah, you had Booker with 45, 6 rebounds, 3 steals, and you had Norman Powell with 42 points. And obviously, Powell showed out because they needed him to. And I mean, it still a close game, 129 to 124. That's without Kawhi and without PG. Like, this Clippers team's good. I'm telling you, man, they ain't no bad team in the playoffs right now. None. Absolutely none. It's pretty crazy to see how some of these teams are actually playing, you don't want to say better, but gosh damn, man, for this team to still be that close, missing their 2 heavyweight hitters, that's some really good confidence if you're the Clippers, man, honestly. To be able to have those 2 guys missing and still be this close to winning, that's the ultimate confidence booster, man, really, honestly. But to me, I just think it's so crazy how Kawhi is missing these games, bro. It's a freaking playoff game, bro. It's a playoff. Like I said, throw a brace on it, man. And if it's that bad, if it's that close to being torn, then you need to sit out. Just take the rest of the playoffs out. There's no point of, hey, I might be here, I might not. That kills momentum so bad. But, obviously you had, Powell step up. Westbrook had a pretty good game, I believe. Well, here, let me check out the stat line on this one, because like I said, I didn't get to watch this game, so I pretty much just have to go off this. But here, let's check out the box score, guys. So you had KD, who had 28, 11 for free throws. No manches, bro. We know where he got all his points from. 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Let me see who else here. You had all the starters for the Phoenix Suns in double figures. Let me see here. Damn, D-Book. He had a good game. 45 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Sheesh. Damn, homie was ass from. Oh no, that's CP. Yeah, they both were ass from 3. CP shot 1 for 8. Booker shot 3 for 7. No manches, dog. Stop shooting. Oh yeah, see, here we go. Westbrook. He had a 30 bomb. 12 assists, 8 rebounds, 3 steals, 1 block. 11 of 23. 3 for 7 from 3, but that's not surprising. And then you got 42 from Powell, bro. Who is it? Who is that right here? Let me see. Is that Highland? Highland had 20, Mann had 10, so they had 30 off the bench. But the starting Platoon had no points, bro. As a starter, played 19 minutes. Morris played 20 minutes, only 5 points, bro. Plumlee, 16 minutes, only 4 points. Gosh dang, bro. Literally, it was only 4 guys that were keeping these guys in the game. That's wild. But yeah, see, the first quarter, they started off tied. Second quarter, Phoenix only made 3 more points. And it was that fourth quarter, honestly, where they got that 6-point lead on them. But man, that's a close game. It really came down to that second quarter and third quarter, basically. Damn. That's wild. That was a crazy game. But, I mean, you could see, dude, literally, if these guys, if Batum would have got you 6 points, that's a wrap. That game's your guys's by a point. Like, that's wild. Covington, yeah, he only played for 4 minutes. So of course, he had no points. But, Morris, bro, 20 minutes off the bench and you only had 5 points. It's got to be more production than that, man. But like I said, that's just more confidence if you're the Suns. The Clippers. For me, that would give me confidence as a member on that team. Like, hey, bro, both of our best guys are out, and we literally almost beat them. It wasn't like, oh, we almost beat them and they beat us by 10. Nah, like we were right there, like 5-point game. So now the Suns lead that series 2-1. Next game still in Clipper Nation. We'll see if Kawhi plays or not. But oh damn, that should be Celtics ball. That's crazy. Right now I'm watching this. Damn, there ain't no defense on this game. Right now I'm watching that Celtics Hawks game, and the Hawks are actually up by 10 right now. Even though the Celtics started off for fire from 3, literally from fire, but literally from fire. They started, they caught on fire from 3. I remember getting all twisted, so my bad. But it's literally the second quarter about to end. Atlanta already has 74 points. Celtics have 65. That's wild. Where's the defense at, guys? This is supposed to be playoff basketball. But yeah, that's the game that's going on right now. Obviously, the Hawks are trying to at least steal a game at home, make it 2-1. Let me see what other games we got going on tonight. Go back here before we get up out of here. Feel Good Friday. We got the Cavs, of course. You know what I'm saying? Going against the Knicks in Madison Square Garden. And then you got the Knicks and the Timberwolves, which, obviously we know that the Nuggets are probably going to win again, especially at that demoralizing loss from the Timberwolves last game. Well, I don't want to say demoralizing, but, it definitely could ruin your morale. And then you got this Cavs and Knicks game, which is just so evenly matched that this game, I'm just going to give it to the home game. I'm going to give it to the Knicks, because there's the first playoff game in a while for the Knicks. It's against a great competitive team. The lowest ticket for that game is $353, bro. Sheesh. That's the lowest. And obviously that's before taxes. So yeah, that's gonna be a really good playoff game. You already know it's gonna be intense. They're gonna be going at it. It's gonna be fun. But I got even though I don't want to say it, but the Knicks are probably gonna get this one for at least this home game, because they're gonna be playing. The crowd's gonna be really juiced up. The players are as well. They're gonna want to show out for the home team fans, And I could just see that happening, especially for Jonathan Randall, and then Brunson, because both of them are playing really good basketball. The Celtics and Hawks game, I could see the Celtics coming back, and winning this game. Obviously, the Hawks are playing good, but I'm not gonna doubt the Celtics team. I feel like they'll make the right adjustments at halftime, and somehow they'll end up winning this game. I've been giving breakdowns on all these games on my TikTok, which is ShoeBender 16. So if you could go follow me on that as well, I be breaking games down as soon as they end, basically. And then obviously I just bring it back over here to the podcast and do a full episode. So that because I get more in depth to it here. Obviously on there I'm not trying to do like hella 3-minute videos or hella clips just to be like, I'm not gonna do that. I just give a quick breakdown, and then and I send everybody back over here to get the in-depth breakdown of what really went down. So if you guys could do that, that'd be awesome too. I definitely would give a breakdown on all these games as they finish, and then I'll definitely do another episode tomorrow on the games today and the games of that day, and so on and so forth. But also too, don't forget that we got that massive fight between Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis this tomorrow. So make sure to tune into that one. If you're a boxing fan, you're definitely been waiting for this fight or a fight of this caliber. It is a very, very good fight for both of these guys. I really respect both of them for taking the fight and putting those O's on the line, because one person's going to go this way and the other one's going to go this way after this fight. And it's just because the O's. You know what I'm saying? It really sucks it has to be like that, but that's just the way it is thanks to Floyd Mayweather. That's the way everybody sees it now. If you're not undefeated, nobody cares anymore, which I think is wild. Because literally every single one of the greatest fighters have losses on their records, bro. Every single one of them, bro. Every single one of them. And so that's why, to me, it's just pretty wild how we downplay someone just because if they have one loss on their record. That's just so crazy to me. But tune into that one, because this is definitely going to be a massive fight. There's a lot of John going off of it. You got a lot of friends and barbershops talking about this, getting really intense about it. It's a fight, man. It's a fight. I just really hope that these two guys set the tone for all these other guys to make these other massive fights happen, because that's what we want, right? As fans, we want to see Earl Spence and Crawford go at it. We want to see AJ and Fury go at it. We want to see Usyk fight what's his name, Tyson Fury, or someone else. What's another way? We want to watch Benavidez fight Canelo. We want to watch Bivol and Beterbiev. These are Lomachenko, Haney. That's another good one too. There's just a lot of massive fights that could really, really happen to change boxing. Well, not to change boxing, but just to, keep it up there. The only people that win is the fighters and boxing when these kind of fights happen. There's no loser, really. Obviously, there is in the record book, but, there really isn't no loser. You think Ryan's losing, bro? He's going to be crying with 40 million next to him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, I lost, but, it feels good sitting on all this money. You know what I'm saying? They're going to make a lot of money off this fight, man. And obviously, I got Tank winning. I just feel like Ryan's going to make a mistake, just like Santa Cruz did, and it's night-night. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be night-night. If I see Ryan winning, I see him winning by points because he kept his distance and just jabbed Gervonta to death. I do see a flash knockdown though from Ryan though. I do see a flash knockout. I do see him knocking down Davis at least once. I really do. I really do see him catching him with that left hook, because like I said, Gervonta Tank Davis' defense is literally catered for somebody to land a left hook on it. I mean, literally, I've seen plenty of videos breaking down Gervonta, and he leaves that side of his face open. And what's Ryan's move? Is that left hook. So I could see him, catching Tank on the flash knockdown, Tank falling. Oh, hold on. Okay, you caught me. And then pretty much take over from there and probably knock Ryan out. But, I wouldn't be surprised if I see Ryan flash knock out Tank, but I don't see him knocking out Tank. Like, I really do not see that at all. I see Tank winning. I really do see Tank winning. And then it's going to be really nice to see who he's going to fight between Devin Haney and Lomachenko, which I still think Devin Haney is the best fighter in that division. He's just mastered the ability to get hit. Do the hitting and not get hit, just like Mayweather did. And so that's why I would love to see that fight, but I could still see Devin just mopping up Gervonta if they were to fight for undisputed. I really do. I don't think Gervonta would get anywhere close. I think Haney's just way too skilled, and I don't think Gervonta's got that kind of skill like Haney does. I don't even think he has the same amount of skills Lomachenko does. I love Lomachenko. I think he's just as great, but I don't think he's gonna be able to beat Haney. But that's all in due time. But definitely we're gonna see who fights for who's gonna win first in this fight, and who sets the tone, and who's pretty much going to be the face of boxing for these next 10 years. Because they're both young cats, and they got a lot left in the tank. No pun intended. So we'll see what happens this weekend. But I love every single one of you guys. And like I said earlier, if I could just get you guys to like, comment, subscribe to the page, greatly appreciate it. With that being said, I hope every single one of you guys have a great weekend. I love y'all, and I'll catch you on the next one.
There's no time to waste, no time to waste, no time to waste, no. There's no time to waste, no time to waste, no time to waste, so you better